Hey, let me hear that whole Jeff.
Top tier.
What?
Hey, me and Lil Mac in this motherfucker, man. We finna go into him one more time. Hey, talk to him. This shit that I got on my own. I'm a dog, finna give her a bone. They tryna bite honcho, these niggas some clones. I relate to gangsters, I trap out 2 phones.
Niggas be dissing, I swear they unknown. Who is the packing, bitch? I stay with the chrome. I don't have a house, bitch. The street is my home. Can't fuck with you niggas, bitch. Leave me alone.
Ooh, get back. Honcho win this bitch, I came with Lil Mac. I fuck with the legends, it's RIP Zach. Don't flex with your shit, that's how niggas get jacked. Tiptoe to the top. AK like a speaker, this bitch is gon' knock. He look like a buddy, these shots make him hot. He hit tryna fuck cause we made his heart stop. I'm rockin' V long, no sex, I want straight dome. Foreign bitch came from wrong. Started charging these niggas to beef. You niggas is This shit that I got on my own. I'm a dog, finna give her a bone. They tryna bite honcho, these niggas some clones. I relate to gangsters, I trap out 2 phones.
Niggas be dissing, I swear they unknown. Who is the packing, bitch? I stay with the chrome. I don't have a house, bitch. The street is my home. Can't fuck with you niggas, bitch. Leave me alone.
Jack and Jill went up the hill.
30 on me, I blow it for real. A nigga, you pussy, you show it for real. Me and Huncho really told him to steal. You niggas is pussy, I know how you step. Won't nothing go right, all this shit going left. I swear I'm official, I blow like a rip. I'm trying to get more, I won't settle for less. I'm gon' holler Mac, but you know I'm 110. Call it Huncho, that's my bro to the end. Feeling shady, so I had to repent. I dropped to my knees, but forgive me for sins.
This shit that I got on my own. I'm a dog, finna give her a bone. They tryna bite honcho, these niggas some clones. I relate to gangsters, I trap out 2 phones.
Niggas be dissing, I swear they unknown. Who is the packing, bitch? I stay with the chrome. I don't have a house, bitch. The street is my home. Can't fuck with you niggas, bitch. Leave me alone.
This shit that I got on my own. I'm a dog, finna give her a bone. They tryna bite honcho, these niggas some clones. I relate to gangsters, I trap out 2 phones.
Niggas be dissing, I swear they unknown. Who is the packing, bitch? I stay with the chrome. I don't have a house, bitch. The street is my home. Can't fuck with you niggas, bitch. Leave me alone.
you boys gonna fuck me now or what? Come on, give me the double step.
Would that make sense? And I'm going to move on. This is, we're going to go to forums.randy.org. It's forums.rand. So there you have it. You can go ahead now and make your decision. Has WeAreChange been infiltrated by the Freemasons? Is the hidden hand truly steering the truth movement? Think. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mark Youngworth. I'm the chapter head of WeAreChange Oshkosh, and I've waited a long time to do this. Waited about 1.5 years, and it's finally time to do this. On July 18th, 2010, WeAreChange New York City posted a statement to the public on the main WeAreChange site regarding their positions as an organization on one of their head organizers, Craig Fitzgerald, being a Freemason, and their position on Freemasonry in general. The post was written by the Mad Prophet, also known as Danny Panzella. The statement stated that, quote, members of WeAreChange can choose to denounce or defend any particular group. WeAreChange is and has always been dedicated to the truth, and our commitment to the truth will not allow us to censor any member's perspective, unquote. To my knowledge, other chapters have already been deleted from the WeAreChange main site's map for demanding real answers to real questions, such as WeAreChange Norwich, for example. As a Freemason, and as a liar, and as an infiltrator of the truth community. Craig told him that he would never...
Yeah, I was very mad when I saw that article on Rogue Government and I saw those pictures. I was very mad at Craig. Me and Craig actually had a huge argument. Why was he putting in those images that were Freemasonic? He then later came to me and he was like, some of them are Rastafarian, some of them are this. This one is Freemasonic. He likes to, throw up pictures, and, we had a group meeting and we had a group discussion, and he agreed he won't ever do that ever again. And he agreed he won't ever do that ever again. And he agreed he won't ever do that ever again. And he agreed he won't ever do that ever again. And he agreed he won't ever do that ever again. Craig, I never seen use Freemasonry in a way to hurt us in any way, shape, or form. He said he's not going to do the signs anymore. He said he's not going to do the signs anymore. And he agreed he won't ever do that ever again. He said he's not going to do the signs anymore, and he agreed he won't ever do that ever again. And also about him being the 32nd, in New York City, they actually skipped degrees. That's what he told me. That's what Craig explained to me. In New York City, they actually skip degrees to make you further along, and then you have to go back and accomplish and finish up more of those degrees that he didn't finish up yet.
No, I know what it means. The 32nd degree of the Scottish Rite means that I have passed through all 3 degrees of craft or Blue Lodge masonry, which is the first 3, and 30 more, and 29 more degrees, which would be 32.
And also about him being the 32nd, in New York City, they actually skipped degrees. That's what he told me. That's what Craig explained to me. In New York City, they actually skip degrees to make you further along, and then you have to go back and accomplish and finish up more of those degrees that he didn't finish up yet. But, whatever it is, trust me when I say he's not doing anything to hurt the group.
Well, you see, Luke, my problem with you saying, trust me that Craig isn't doing anything to hurt the group, my problem with that is that to trust you, we have to trust Craig Fitzgerald, who is a 32nd degree Freemason, because you, Luke, are going off of Craig Fitzgerald's word and nothing more. And if you are going to put us in the position to just trust a 32nd degree Freemason, yeah, trust him. No, he's a trustworthy guy. Yeah, just trust him. I say you're crazy.
Luke said Craig told him that he would never again make Masonic hand signs at WeAreChange events. Only 1 month later, Craig and Luke were both involved in a Masonic ritual at their 9/11/2010 event, as evidenced by Duncan of WeAreChange Norwich in an article that he wrote. And I wrote my own article as Derek in the Midwest, actually. I created my account as Derek in the Midwest and posted this article to the Daily Paul forum, and in under 24 hours, my account was deleted and the article was ripped down and replaced with a whitewash post. You can find all the links to an abundance of evidence backing up what I say below this video. This is the thing, everybody. I know that it's uncomfortable to do this, and nobody wants to admit that one of their leaders or possibly even their friend might be an agent of some sort, but this is the truth movement. This is not the just whenever it's a convenient truth movement. This means the whole truth. And the truth is that this guy has been making signs of allegiance in front of New World Order murals and conducting Masonic rituals at WeAreChange events after allegedly saying that he won't involve anything Masonic with WeAreChange. Then to top it all off, they started a new chapter because of the controversy over Luke Radowski and the misappropriation of about $10,000 or more of donation money. The new chapter heads are Craig Fitzgerald and apparently Danny Panzella. Go figure. The new sovereignty statement for this group separates them from Luke Radowski and then, at the end, is loaded with Masonic language. I quote from the new Masonic sovereignty statement, quote, "And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor," unquote. Although these were words used by the Declaration of Independence, let's not forget that most founding fathers were Masons, and as much as nobody likes to think that our founding fathers were being nefarious, I know nobody wants to think about this, but the truth is that the secret societies that rule the world knew that this country was here before America was even founded, and they chose that time to come here and set up shop. That story of Columbus looking for a quicker route to find spices was nothing but a cover. And you can read a book called The Secret Destiny of America by Manly P. Hall, who was a 33rd degree Freemason, by the way. And by reading The Secret Destiny of America, you'll learn about that. Now, my point is that the words divine providence are Masonic language and is symbolized in Freemasonry by the Masonic blazing star, or the blazing star of providence. Here's the kicker. I found out that other chapters, such as Norwich, had been kicked out, so rather than taking the chance of bringing up all this information as Mark, I decided it would be better to create an alter ego and use an alias to bring forth this information that I knew would most likely get me kicked out of WeAreChange. Meet Derek in the Midwest. I've known for a couple of years now that Alex Jones is truly dirty, and then Craig Fitzgerald came into the picture after I started my chapter of WeAreChange, and honestly, I love the idea of WeAreChange. It's a great organization as a whole. It has a lot of great activists that are out there doing the right thing, fighting the New World Order, and I have the utmost respect for anybody who's out there who is true, who's doing the right thing. I have all the respect in the world for WeAreChange as a whole. Now, we have a problem here, however. WeAreChange has a lot of great people who truly want to do the right thing, but it's clearly controlled at the top. And I won't stand for that. So if WeAreChange New York City, also known as WeAreChange NYC, and Danny Panzella meant what they said when they said, quote, "Members of WeAreChange can choose to denounce or defend any particular group. WeAreChange is and always has been dedicated to the truth, and our commitment to the truth will not allow us to censor any member's perspective." If that was true, then they will not delete my chapter and they will not censor this member's perspective. If you all want the whole true story on Craig Fitzgerald and Luke Radowski and Alex Jones, go to youtube.com/Derek in the Midwest. Derek is D-E-R-E-K. YouTube.com/Derek in the Midwest. Derek in the Midwest is all one word. And watch the videos there. And that will give you an accurate picture of what's truly going on in the so-called truth movement. And if any of you doubt my credibility, look into my work as both Mark from WeAreChange Oshkosh and as Derek in the Midwest, and you'll find that in both cases, I cover the issues that nobody else is willing to cover, including Alex Jones, including Jack Blood, including basically everybody else in the alternative media, such as my information as Mark Youngworth from WeAreChange Oshkosh, the Jerry Kane information. Go to youtube.com/WeAreChange Oshkosh and watch the Jerry Kane videos. Those videos are mind-boggling. I sent those to everyone in the truth community pretty much, and nobody was willing to touch it. Nobody. Except for Federal Jack. Thank you, Federal Jack. Big ups to Federal Jack for doing that. Much appreciated. Shows where you're willing to go. That's huge. Now, where do we go from here? We need new leadership. We need strict vigilance on transparency, and we need a ban on membership in any secret society. Period. I'm already the head of WeAreChange Oshkosh, and I am willing to step up to be more active on a national level if necessary, as a coordinator or whatever else. We need real leaders in these chapters. We need real leaders with real plans, and I have plenty of those. As far as New York goes, I would possibly recommend Matthew Lepasek as a chapter head, although he's been in close with Luke and Craig, so he either needs to have a watchful eye on him, or he needs to only be an assistant organizer, and somebody else needs to be a head organizer. You guys in New York, you can figure that out. Just be careful, alright? Whoever wants to contact me can contact me at markinsearchofthetruth@gmail.com. That's M-A-R-K, insearchofthetruth@gmail.com. It's all one word. And I will answer any of your questions. We can hopefully start moving in the right direction as far as more direct informational actions and demonstrations and building communities where we can sustain ourselves when the shit hits the fan. Those of you who are true, please step up. We can flip this on its head, but the time is now. I'm pleading with the rest of you out there who are true, who know what's going on, who know I'm speaking the truth. Please do the right thing. Please do the right thing. I'm Mark Youngworth from WeAreChange Oshkosh, also known as Derek in the Midwest. I do a show called In Search of the Truth, which will now be broadcast at my own channel. More details coming soon in the future. Stay tuned to youtube.com/Derek in the Midwest and youtube.com/WeAreChange Oshkosh for more details. Thanks to all of you for fighting for true liberty. May God bless all of us and see us through the most bitter and deceitful of times, and give us the courage and determination to speak up when we should, and to never quit, no matter how discouraged we become. The ball's in your court.
That the 9/11 attacks were a false flag orchestrated by elements within the United States government. And almost exactly 2 months to the day after this speech, he died a very mysterious death with very mysterious circumstances at the age of 23.
First, I'd really like to thank everybody coming out. My father was a firefighter, came from a family of firefighters. My grandfather was a firefighter. His father was a firefighter, so it basically runs in my family. My brother's actually going to be a firefighter. So this runs in my family. I mean, my father loved his job. There's nothing more in the world, except for probably his family. He loved his job to death. He would not do anything other than that. He actually, the summer before 9/11, he was on medical leave. He had a hernia operation, so he was with us the whole summer. Thank God I got to spend the last summer with my father. You know, he went on vacations, got the whole summer spent with him. And his first day back to work was September 11th. And they wanted to put him on light duty, meaning they wanted to keep him in the firehouse answering the phones. He refused. He said, I'm a fireman, not a secretary. He said, I'm going to work no matter what. And I could just imagine if my father wasn't there that day, I could imagine how he would feel that he didn't go with his brothers into those buildings. My father would be a very, very broken man. And, ever since that day, I believed the official story for all about 2 minutes. And I always had my questions. My family had their questions. And the government sent us the 9/11 commission, or I should say omissions, really. But they sent us that, and I read the whole thing, and as I'm reading the whole thing, it was just incredible, the lies in this book. It's like, I don't remember how many pages, it's like 1,000 pages, something like that. But it's short or long, whatever, but it hurt me to read this book. And then I researched it on the internet, and I noticed the little squibs coming out of the building as they're coming down, because I've seen it a million times as everybody else did. And I'm like, gee, what's that? I'm wondering what's going on. So a friend of mine actually gave me a loose change, and I seen that, and I was amazed. I was so amazed when I seen it. I seriously, I broke down. I didn't sleep that night. I was just insanely distraught about it. And so I joined this group, the 9/11 Truth, and then I went to the Truth Rally in Cooper, Great Hall, Cooper Union, September 10th. I've been down to the Trade Center every year with my family. This year I was with my other family, and it felt better than anything I've ever felt before. I mean, actually get out there and know that I'm fighting for something that's right and something that's American, because that is the American way. My father was a true patriot. My father hung up the flag every day and took it down every night. My father was a true patriot, and I will follow in his footsteps. And I tried so hard. I'm going to try till the death of me to get him justice. Not only him, the 3,000 others that died too. When I go down to the Trade Center, I don't start crying until I actually see other families mourning for their family members, the people that went in there just for a 9-to-5 job, just worked there every day, doing whatever, their office jobs. And when I see that just upsets me more, because my father knew what he was doing. And on another note, actually, the fire department, they took us down about maybe 2 months, 3 months after it happened, and they let us listen to the recordings of their radio contact. And I actually heard my father's last words was, come, as we're talking right now, he said, I'm trapped in an elevator. I'm going to try to hack my way out. I'll get back to you when, boom, I said, radio contact lost. And, when I heard that was just, that made me so sick to my stomach. And it still makes me sick. And I just want to say this guy outside actually just told me stop talking about 5 years ago. And I told him I will never stop talking about 5 years ago. Yeah. It's 40 years now, 30 years now. I'm never going to stop talking about it. As I said before, my father was a patriot. I'm a patriot, and everybody in this room that believes in truth and wants to find justice is a patriot. Because this is America. It is of the people, for the people, and by the people. And that's the America that I know. And that's the America that I'm going to defend, no matter what. So, in conclusion, I just really like to say thank you for everybody coming out, and we are going to keep up this fight till the end, till the very end. Like my man said before, he said they took it from the top to the bottom, we're going to take it from the bottom to the top.
On the right of this photo is Dan Wallace. In the middle, in the blue jacket, is me. On the right, in the black hoodie and the blonde hair, with the smirk on his face, is Luke Rakowski. Almost exactly 2 months to the day after this speech, Dan Wallace died very mysteriously in his sleep at age 23. He was found the morning of January 29th, 2007, dead in bed by his girlfriend Sabrina, who has since given multiple explanations as to what happened before found dead. Now, I was renting a room in the upper level of Luke's father's house at that time, and that night I went down to the basement where Luke was living to talk to him about the situation, and I saw that Sabrina Rivera was sleeping over Luke's place that night. She didn't even give it a whole day to recover. The very night, the very same day that he was found dead under very mysterious circumstances, she was with Luke, and they were a couple for at least 2 years after the very mysterious death of Dan. I think this should raise suspicion to any and all people who care about Dan and what really happened on 9/11. Let's not forget Dan Wallace.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hey Luke, how you doing? You ready to start? I'm gonna jump out of the question.
You gotta confront me.
Yes, I'm gonna confront you because when did it start? I don't start making money.
You don't come to the man, but
Really? You don't show receipts? You don't show receipts? Why don't you answer?
statement happened. Because you guys are trying to make something out of nothing. You guys would rather spend your time attacking somebody rather than building everything.
So my question is, since you was a lay lawyer and you raised $4,200, where did that money go? How come it's on the search you have a legal aid?
My lawyer stopped me. He's the one who's getting that he's working with me. And that's my lawyer. So now you're wrong again, and you're making that wrong again. So you have stealing.
I didn't make no accusation. I'm asking questions. You look at what I posted, it's questions. I'm asking questions. Everybody can go online and check what I posted. I mean,
You're saying I have a public defendant, and I don't, and it's on record that I don't. You're saying that I stole the money.
Where's it on record? Because I did a defendant search on the New York State Unified Court System. It says you have a public defendant.
And that website is not updated every day. That website said the public defendant that I have now. That doesn't have my information as a lawyer.
The bureaucracy does roll slow. I don't have it on camera. I'm not making fun of you. I'm not making fun of you. What outrageous accusations have I made? What I freaking put on the incident? What did I make?
You said you're going around telling everybody to spend $100 for WeAreChange money on drugs.
And you know what? And I admitted that I was wrong. Over and over.
How come nobody's taking your pamphlets?
I didn't say.
How come nobody's taking your pamphlets?
Regarding WeAreChange indictment that was dated November 26, 2012. It goes on to say they obviously sent the indictment to him. Looks like these email addresses, as you can see on the screen here. Looks like the accused has neither replied nor agreed to answer the indictment before a jury at trial. It looks like, let's see here, where was it? It does appear that once you have indicted, that you will answer the charges within 10 days, voila. Hold on, where was it? Basically the findings here. Looks like the accused, under false pretenses, collects monies from individuals who were led to believe that the donations were going to be allocated towards the 9/11 first responders' medical expenses, as well as the equipment expenses for WeAreChange. The exhibits were available to the accused if he followed the instructions above. They are the exhibits considered by the grand jury that led to the current counts of the indictment. They would be included here on Exhibit A1. These are the portions from 2 years worth of bank statements made available by the accuser between 07 and 08. If we look here, his name, real name, it does look like Chase Bank statement. If you look, the account number is blurted out, but this is a court document, so obviously important to take note. Looks like obviously we're seeing withdrawals in the thousands of dollars in this account. Now, if they are in fact a nonprofit, basically surviving off of donations, they are required under law to basically keep that money allocated to what they say they're going to use it for. Now it looks like, another withdrawal from an ATM. I mean, come on. I mean, look, another $4,134. I mean, this is pretty damning stuff. I mean, total deposits $10,000, total ATM and debit card withdrawals looks like $2,200. Come on. But look at look at that. I Looks like another 8 grand. I mean, that's a lot of money, guys. I mean, think about that for a minute. You know, who needs that and where is it going? You know, Covert Systems Group, card purchase, Thomas Investigative, P. Austin for, I mean, come on. You know, like, lengthy stuff. I mean, beginning balance, $6,600. Ending, $7,000, $1,585. I guess doing pretty well, right? I mean, the withdrawals is what we're worried about. It's like PayPal transfer, $4,000, car purchase, another Thomas Investigative, Feel Good Foundation. I mean, it doesn't look like they're putting the money where it needs to be. Another withdrawal, $1,500. I mean, I'm going to leave a download link in the description of this video so you guys can go ahead and go over this document yourself and see for yourself. I definitely don't want to, you know, obscure any information here. Definitely want you guys to have access to it, but this is definitely pretty damning information. If, in fact, you know, he's supposed to be a truther, I mean, where's the truth? Where's the truth in this? Guys, this is important. Another thing too that I want to point out after all this, let's see here, it's all the evidence still. There's other charges as well as part of this indictment. It does look like they got emails too, which I didn't see. Let's see here. So it looks like first count in this is for fraud. The accused under false pretenses collected monies from individuals who were led to believe that the donations were going to be allocated towards the 9/11 first responders' medical expenses as well as the equipment expenses for WeAreChange. Embezzlement. The accused embezzled funds from donations intending for the medical expenses of 9/11 first responders as well as WeAreChange equipment into his own personal bank account between 07 and 09. He has collected funds exceeding $60,000 and has made large cash withdrawals nearly matching those deposits. Count 3 libel. The accused repeatedly damaged the reputations of those individual members of WeAreChange who inquired into the accounting as required by their own code of conduct by insinuating that those members work for their government as well as answering direct questions in a deceptive manner. Count 4, extortion. The accused has deceived the WeAreChange membership about the organization's legal status and raised money on a false pretext. And then fraud. The accused solicited for donations intended for a legal defense fund on behalf of himself and 2 other WeAreChange members and retained all of their contributions, or all of the contributions after the charges that warranted the legal defense fund were dropped. Ouch. I mean, think about that, guys.
This is Luke Radowski of WeAreChange, and many times I get asked the question of how do I get backstage to confront someone like Dick Cheney, Tony Blair, Henry Kissinger, or Ben Bernanke? Well, the answer is very simple, and we're making this video to show you exactly how I do it. Benny! What's up, man? This is Luke. How you doing? Good, good, awesome. You got to tell Anna thank you for the meatloaf last week. It was just incredible. It was amazing, man. Awesome, awesome. You're in New York? At that economic New York. Yeah. Uh-huh. Awesome. You got me VIP tickets? Awesome, man. That's incredible, man. You're the man. No, you're the man. No, you're the man, Bernanke. Hey, what do you think about doing maybe one of those fake confrontation videos like we did last time? I mean, the public ate it up, the video went viral, we have to do it again. You're down, awesome, great. Just remember, this time get the secretary and security guards in front of the camera. Last time they grabbed me from behind and it really didn't look that realistic. Good, good. Tell Martha. And you're gonna have a surprise for me? Oh, dude, you're the man. This video is gonna be awesome. What's it called? What do you think about me, you, Henry, and David hitting the town afterwards? Great. It's gonna be crazy, man. We're gonna go all out. But I'm kind of actually running low on Federal Reserve notes. I was fan, maybe print some up. Awesome. Great. Dude, it's gonna be a crazy night, man. Dude, see you soon. It's gonna be epic.
Don't grab my mic. You engineered the largest crisis.
Sir, we're not answering questions. Sir, we're not answering questions now.
Just a question.
We're not answering questions now.
I'll just ask you a question.
Hey Bernanke, how can the American public trust you when you engineered and kept secret the largest bailout in the history of the world?
And you guys got it first. This is truth. Truth out of the unknown. Like I said, you got it first. You guys, I want everybody to go and troll the hell out of Luke and WeAreChange and ask questions, please. If we don't, then what are we doing? I mean, for real. As truthers in a community, we see no evidence of them basically giving any credit to Dan Wallace for finding the organization that makes them a living. I mean, for the sake of God, people, let's do the right thing. Okay? For Dan Wallace. Alright? You got this dude going down to Mexico on expenses to do a story on an anarchist city, and I'm pretty sure that he's just enjoying himself. Okay? This is Truth Out of the Unknown. You guys have a very nice night. Much love. Thank you for listening.